A little girl often went to the recycling station to sell waste to support her mentally impaired father. The owner of the recycling station felt sorry for her and always secretly adjusted the scale, counting waste worth $3 as $20. He also gave her his daughter's new clothes as rags. The owner's wife complained about why he did this. The owner casually pointed to the distance. There, the little girl was carrying the burden of treating her father's illness, and her young face was full of exhaustion. The little girl understood the owner's kindness. Before leaving, she knelt down and promised to repay him someday. But the next second, her father suddenly fainted and vomited blood. The owner and his wife hurried to send the girl's father to the hospital on a tricycle. After an examination, the doctor informed them that the man had brain stem damage and needed $50,000 for surgery. The little girl felt extremely desperate. The owner took out all his cash and told the little girl not to give up. But this small amount of money was still not enough for the medical expenses. Helpless, the little girl hung a sign asking for money and begged in the hospital. This scene was seen by a female CEO who had come to visit a patient. She felt a sense of familiarity with the girl, so she asked her secretary to give the girl some cash and also reminded her not to beg for money in the hospital. The female CEO did not know that she was the girl's biological mother. Many years ago, she had hidden her identity as the daughter of a richest family and married the girl's father. During childbirth, she suffered massive bleeding and needed to be transferred to another hospital. However, her father forced her husband to leave on the pretext of saving her, and even lied that the baby had died. Later, the husband fell into a coma after falling from a construction site. The father then lied to her that her husband was dead. This time in the hospital, the female CEO dropped the ring her husband had given her. The CEO's father picked it up and immediately recognized it as the engagement ring the poor young man had given his daughter back then. To make his daughter forget the poor young man, he gave the ring to the little girl who was in urgent need of money. When the female CEO looked for the ring, her secretary found it on the little girl's hand and mistakenly thought the girl had stolen it, so the secretary forced her to return it. The girl explained that the ring was given to her by the grandfather, but she was regarded as a liar. The female CEO immediately wanted to break into the ward to expose the girl's lie. The girl thought the female CEO was going to hurt her father, so she immediately stopped her, crying and begging the female CEO not to hurt her father. She also returned the ring casually. Later, the doctor helped the girl apply for a charity project of the female CEO's company, which required the female CEO's approval. However, the female CEO had an emergency and asked her secretary to approve it on her behalf. The secretary rejected the application due to prejudice and even asked the hospital to drive the man away. In the heavy rain, the girl watched as her father was carried out of the ward, and she collapsed and cried out. At the critical moment, the female CEO arrived and stopped them, telling the man to go back to the ward. But she still said to the girl, "I won't give you a single cent." As soon as the words fell, an unexpected scene suddenly happened.